Hi Robo Hamster lovers! So today is going to be my baby Peanut's adoption story. This is Peanut. She's a little stressed out right now. But anyways, this is Peanut. She likes to jump, so I have to be careful because she's been in a stressful situation. Alright, so this is Peanut's adoption story. I've had Peanut about a month now because I had two hamsters, which I had an albino and a Robo Dwarf, and I had been looking on Pet Finder and at my local pet not stores, but my animal orphanage and shelters and stuff like that for hamsters over the past month before I had got Peanut. And I was sitting in the living room with my mother and my dad one night, and so she's climbing on my computer. Alright, so I had been sitting in the living room, and so my mom was on her Facebook when one of her friends posted that she was getting rid of her hamster because she bit. Well, she hadn't enclosed a picture and just said that. A couple of her friends said they'd take her, but they couldn't after that night. So she had to get rid of the hamster, and they had to get rid of all the pets, and they didn't enclose a picture, so I had no clue what to expect. So my mom asked her how much and what she came with, and she enclosed that, but she still hadn't enclosed a picture, which we had asked her for one. So I still didn't know what to expect. I still didn't know what this hamster looked like, but I still wanted to take her in because they needed to get rid of the hamster. I had asked info about another hamster, which was a Sunfire Dwarf, which I really wanted, but the woman wanted $70 for it, and I really didn't want to pay that over a free one. So Peanut's owner, I posted online that she had bit. So later that afternoon, I was at school, and I texted my mother and I said, "Have you got any updates on Peanut?" Well, my mom texted me back and said, she'll be in your room about 11 o'clock. So I was super excited to get home. So when the bus bell rang, I ran to my bus and I was ready to go. So I got home and I got in the living room. My parents had just gotten home. Peanut was sitting in a little travel-sized cage, and she only had two chew toys, a food bowl, and a little hidey house. That's it. The cage was a little tiny cage. It was Walmart's own brand. It was so small. They didn't even have a wheel in her cage. Hi, baby. Anyways, so my mom had bought me a 10-gallon tank for my dwarf because my hamster Jasmine and my dwarf are both in 20-gallon tanks, which now Peanut is in one of the 20-gallon tanks. I'm trying to get another 20-gallon for the dwarf. Well, I set Peanut in the 20-gallon, and she was so skittish. She did bite, but it's because of where she came from. So I put her in the 20-gallon, and we were all getting settled in. I had taken care of all of her toys and stuff she came with, and the ball and the food and the bedding and all that, and I had taken care of that with the rest of the hamster's toys and stuff. Well, so she was very, very skittish. She wouldn't come out. She barely was eating. She didn't know where she was. A few weeks after I got her, I went to PetSmart and got her a wheel because she didn't have one. I didn't think she'd use it because she hadn't known. She had been a pet store hamster before I had got her. And so, Peanut, what are you doing? So, a couple weeks after I had got her, I wanted the full story on why they had gotten rid of her. So I asked my mom to ask the original owner where she had came from. So she did, and the reason they got rid of her, one is because she bit, but her travel-sized cage, hi baby, was kept on the floor. The original owners had two little children, and I think they were under the age of 5, but they were beating the cage with toys. She didn't have a wheel, so she wasn't getting the proper exercise she needed. They were beating on her cage with toys. They were sticking their fingers in the cage, and that's why she bit. She was super, super skittish, and it's just been a pleasure with her. she hasn't bit much. She still is very, very skittish, but I am super careful with what I do with her. She loves to come out of her cage and play in her ball. As you can see, she's trying to get out already. She loves milk bones, which I have this big 200 jar of milk bones. So I got her, and she's all settled in, and I've had her for about a month now, and it's been such a joy having her. I love her right to death, and I've named her Peanut, and I am so glad I rescued her. I didn't know what she looked like, and when I saw her, she was the cutest little girl ever. So I decided to name her Peanut, and I went to Petco, and I bought her a peanut house, which she doesn't use. She puts all of her bedding in the corner where her wheel is, so I have to switch her wheel to the other side of the cage. She's so funny and silly, and she's just got the cutest little face. And this is Peanut. Say hi, Peanut. Look at the cute little wings. She's got little tufts of fur that come out. See them? We call them her wings, but they come out out by her ears, so we call them her wings. See her wings? She's like my little angel from above. So that is Peanut's adoption story. I hope you guys liked. If you'd like to know any more information about Peanut, comment below and I will tell you. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. Say bye, Peanut. Bye. Bye. Say bye, Peanut.